Okay, so a lot of questions are about my relationship with Nick, how I found out, how do I get through the day, how's your relationship now? Some really lighthearted questions. Bellumiere said, how do you think your personal style has changed between when you first started YouTube and now? I've obviously changed, but I don't feel like it's been like a huge drastic change. The biggest change is I wear foundation now. When I first started, I never wore foundation. I just would wear like bronzer and blush. And I think another big change is I prefer to wear more matte eyeshadows versus when I first started. And even really up till recently, I was wearing like shimmery, sparkly shadows. And I still from time to time wear those, but as I've gotten older, I just really enjoy how the matte eyeshadow looks on my eyes. As far as like clothing, I don't really think it's changed all that much. I mean, obviously when I was working full-time, I was wearing like business attire, suits and blazers and dress pants. So obviously that's changed, but that's just based on my, you know, my working. I mean, I always shopped at Target. I always loved a good find and never spent a lot of money on clothes. I still don't spend a lot of money on clothes. I'll invest in like a good blazer or a good chambray shirt or a nice pair of shoes, but I don't spend a lot on clothes. So I feel like my personal style, like wardrobe, really hasn't changed all that much. Hopeful Dancer says, I have such a hard time storing all of my jewelry and half the time I forget what I have in my collection. Any idea or advice on how you store yours? By the way, I love your channel. Thank you. I have shown you a jewelry collection and organization video. Also behind me in these things, I keep a lot of my Stella Dot pieces on neck forms and displays. If you display your jewelry in a way that it becomes part of your decor, it reminds you of things that you have and it makes you want to wear them more. Allison1123 asks, what is your favorite clothing piece or accessory to wear in the summer? And I think just cutoff shorts, just like good old-fashioned cutoff shorts. My favorites are from Abercrombie & Fitch. They're pretty old. I also have a pair from 1 Teaspoon that I got last year that are really comfortable and fun. I just think they're easy breezy and they go with everything. Lauren31 asks, how are you liking the Muji drawers? I've been curious ever since you hauled them. Love you, Michelle. Love you. I love them. They're great. I wish I would have known about them before I invested in a clear cube because I don't really see a difference. Countryfan08 asks, how are Jake and Lucy? Do they get along well with Addie now that she's older? And I love this question and I love you because this girl always asks about Jake and Lucy, which is so precious to me. They're doing really well. Usually Jake is downstairs on the cold floor when I'm filming. That's why he's never, a lot of people were asking where he is, where he's been, how he's doing. He's great. I'm actually thinking about doing an all about Jake video. It's something that I've gotten requested to do for a while, and I kind of always just thought, like, would anyone actually watch that? But judging by the amount of questions asking about him in here, I'm thinking that might be a good idea. So look out for that. But they're doing really well. I brought Addie home from the hospital. Jake wanted nothing to do with her. He was really jealous. He had a hard time adjusting. He was like always looking around when she would cry. And I honestly had an emotional breakdown. I was like, he hates her. I felt really guilty because for 4 years, Jake had me all to himself. And it was just a really hard adjustment bringing a newborn into it. I had like guilt that I was like disturbing his life. But as time went on, I think as he started to see us react to Addie and as he saw us be affectionate with her and obviously love her and realize too that she wasn't going anywhere, it grew on him. And today they are the best of friends. She is so rough with him and he's so gentle. She like picks up his eyeballs and looks in his mouth and she pulls his hair and she like chases his tail around and he could not be more gentle. He is such a little lover boy. I love him so much. And it's honestly like so heartwarming to see because like I said, when I brought her home that first day, I just remember thinking like, this is gonna be horrible. Jake's gonna hate us. Like, what did we do to his life? But it all worked out. And I think that's normal for anyone that has a dog that you've had all to yourself that isn't used to sharing you with anyone. But it's a really cool thing to see the progression of their relationship. W. Schmidt 24 asks, what tips or advice do you have for new Stella Dot stylists? What is your decorating style and house tour? New tips or advice would to just be reach out to your sponsor as soon as possible, as soon as you sign up. Meet with her and talk to her, answer all your questions. Make the most of your Jumpstart program because that's the way you're going to score the most jewels in the beginning. Lean on other stylists for advice. Join the Facebook pages. I think the more you interact and the more you see the support that's available to you, it's more motivating to you. Just be excited about it, because people feel your excitement and will get excited with you and for you, and get involved. Like when they have rallies and boot camps and things like that and hoopla, like go to all that stuff, because it is so empowering and inspiring, and it really, I think, does wonders for your business. As far as my decorating style, I'm kind of all over the board. I love like Pottery Barn, Restoration Hardware. I find a ton of stuff from Target and Marshall's. It's kind of mishmashy. I don't really have a theme. I've come to realize that I like more neutral based things. I would do like a powder room in a color, like a small space. But as far as like my couch and my wall colors, they're pretty neutral. Ilston Nora asks, have you had work done on your face? If yes, what have you had done? Your face looks more beautiful and youthful than ever. Well, thank you, but no, I have not done anything on my face. I don't have plans to. The one thing that I've been doing in videos recently is overdrawing my lipstick sometimes when I wear the more nude colors. I was watching back one of my videos when I was editing, and I was like, oh my god, it totally looks like I'm gonna get questions about that. I actually didn't though. But yeah, so I did that. I've been really into the It Illumination CC cream. I think it's really glowy and pretty on my skin, so that's what I've been wearing as like my foundation. And yeah, but thank you. But no, one of my good friends, we all got together a couple nights ago, and she told us that she had Botox done that day to her lines in her forehead, and we were all talking about it, and I was like, never say never. I'm not saying I would never do it, but for right now, I don't really feel the need or have desire to do that. Carrie 1998, a beauty question. What is your favorite foundation for both summer and fall and winter? Love your videos, by the way. Thank you. They're all different. They change all the time. I love NARS Sheer Glow. That's always been like a huge favorite of mine. I love MAC Face and Body for summer. Like I said, the CC Illumination I've been really loving currently. What else? The Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus is a great and usually go-to for me for winter time. It makes your skin look like porcelain. Planner Gems says, with a busy schedule, what are your go-to meals and recipes for yourself and Addison? Always looking for more delicious yet healthy things to make that don't take too much time. Thanks for making a Q&A video. It's not the easiest thing to open yourself up to all the questions. It's definitely not, and thank you for realizing that. Let's see, staples that I keep in my refrigerator, especially for Addie: yogurt, cottage cheese, lunch meat. I usually get the Applegate kind. Cheese sticks. I love the Annie's Organics brand for like Cheez-Its, Goldfish, snacks, and things like that. Peanut butter and jelly. Fruit. I keep a lot of fruit on hand, so that's usually what she snacks on. Standard like meals, I'll tell you really quick. We usually do oatmeal in the morning. She loves oatmeal. So, and I eat that too, so that's usually a really quick and fast thing to do. Some mornings I just don't feel like eating breakfast. Like I'm not hungry first thing in the morning, so if I'm going to the gym, I'll usually just have a banana, or I make the Tone It Up chia banana seed protein muffins, and I keep them in the freezer, and I just pop them out as I go, and I'll warm them up in the microwave, and I'll take that on the go. Addie really loves those too, and they're really good for you. Lunchtime is usually really random because we're usually out, so sometimes it's peanut butter and jelly. Sometimes it's a piece of turkey and some crackers and hummus. She loves hummus. For me, sometimes it's like a smoothie, like a really jam-packed full smoothie of things. Sometimes it's yogurt with granola and honey drizzled on top. One thing that's like super, super easy and quick to make is just a salad. Just, you know, throwing together whatever you have in their fridge. I like to usually keep some kind of quinoa or brown rice in the fridge, and those are really good things to add to your salads. Even something simple as like arugula. I'll shave Parmesan and squeeze lemon and olive oil. That is like my favorite salad, and it's actually really filling. You could add chicken or chickpeas or quinoa to that too. And then if I was doing that for myself, I would maybe give Addie some quinoa or chickpeas, some cut up chicken, and some fruit, and that would be her lunch. Dinner, it's usually whatever I make, and I do those weekly meals. So I'm actually going to be posting another one soon, but we eat a lot of fish. We eat some chicken, not really any red meat, a lot of turkey meat, so I can do chili or a turkey burger. I'm also big on leftovers, so whatever I make for dinner sometimes, I always try to extend it a little bit so that I can give her the leftovers. So just little things. I think a big thing is just keeping Head Start ingredients in your fridge, like quinoa and brown rice, and in your pantry, keeping salads, keeping fruits. You could always do a smoothie too when you're running short on time. So I hope that helps. Lindsay Fulch asks, if you could only pick one piece of jewelry to wear for the rest of your life, what would it be? Oh, that is so hard, seeing as though I have a gajillion pieces of jewelry. My grandmother's wedding band, which is very special, obviously. Bailey White Dean asks, your favorite mom blogs to read. I actually don't read all that many, but there are two that I'm pretty loyal to, and those are Little Baby Garvin, amazing read if you have a mom, if you're a mom of little ones, and Veronica's Blushing. Her daughter and Addie are very close in age, so I've been following her pregnancy since she found out. I've gotten to meet Veronica and she's super sweet. So those are the two like that I consistently read and I think even subscribe to, like I get them into my emails. MRammy0380 says, do you self-tan and what are your favorite self-tanners? Tips for self-tanning. I just had my second spray tan of life like a month ago and I really loved it. It lasted me about a week. But other than that, I use the Saint Tropez bronzer and I really like that. I use a mitt for my body and I use a big Eco Tools brush for my face. And it's great. You put it on before you go to bed. It doesn't stain your sheets or anything. It does smell kind of weird. And then when you wake up in the morning, you shower and wash it off and you kind of have like a nice little subtle glow. Another question I got asked is about co-parenting with Nick and my relationship with him, and it's going really well. We are very civil. I wouldn't say that